Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna.
विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिते नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. श्री गौरीताय भगवान की श्री प्रभुपाद की
Welcome everyone. Thank you for coming. Auspicious day, Sri Balarāma Jayanti, the appearance day of Lord Balarāma. Krishna's beloved brother, first expansion of the Lord, who has appeared kindly in Lord Gaurama's pastimes as Lord Nityananda. He's with us there on the left side. Nityananda Prabhu ki! Shri Krishna Balarāma ki! Yeah, we can move a little, we maybe more people are coming. Thank you also especially for those who came on the Harinam just now, chanting in the streets in the names of Hare Krishna and Rama. And the Hare Gauranga, Hare Gaur. Hare Gaur. This one. Chanting Hare Krishna is the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga. It is the recommended process for self-realization. It's Keva Ananda Kanda. It's joyfully performed. But we're not always joyful, isn't it? So, it's also, we can always take shelter of this mantra. In fact, Srila Prabhupada, he once said, after the installation of Krishna Balarāma in Vrindavan, and to be honest, I'm not sure exactly when he said this, but he did say that when you have a problem, you go to Sri Balarāma. You say, my dear sir, I have this problem, kindly help me. So that Lord Balarāma, who is he's giving Rama, he's giving bliss, and he's Bala, he's very strong. So he gives us spiritual strength to deal with all our problems, or what we think are our problems. Actually, Krishna is taking care of us, especially when we take shelter of his holy names. So it's a little melancholic, and then we'll bring it to the joy. You started really melancholic, remember? No, we don't even remember. This is the power of Hare Krishna Jayanti. Thank you so much. Hare Bol. Shri Krishna Balarāma ki. So, now what?
You want to sing what you did?
Sing it?
Sowieso is de les over 20 minuten.
Hoe laat begint de les?
Ik denk pas over 20 minuten, denk ik. Harmonie? Oh nee.
Nee, dat mag jij spelen. Dan gaan we dat straks geen microfoon besteden. Dat niet, dat is lekker.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Balarāma Jayanti ki jai. Well,
Heb je met die helemaal superdijen gedaan? Ben je begonnen mee? Of ben je meteen met de wand eraan? Kijk, dat was een application, hè?
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nityanamini Namo
Microphone.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please come ahead maybe. There will be more devotees coming in. We welcome you all for our Balarāma Jayanti festival. We have our great fortune today to have His Grace Jagannath Priya Prabhu between us from ISKCON Chowpatty. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So Prabhuji is practicing brahmachari since last almost 2.5 decades now, and he's been supporting us in Amsterdam since last many years. He comes every year. We're having many programs with him around, and Prabhuji is well known for his thought-provoking seminars for youth, families, students, and he travels around the world spreading the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. He is the founder of Dharma magazine, which is a magazine targeted towards creating awareness in the modern society. So let's welcome Prabhuji. He is there for almost 10 days. Next Janmashtami also will be speaking. Sunday feast also will be giving lecture. Next Thursday, Friday, until next Friday he is here. Very, very grateful Prabhuji. I hope that you come again and bless us with your association. Let's welcome Jagannath Priya Prabhu by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Those of us who are coming here, we know that we chant a little louder. So let's welcome Hare enthusiasm.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Happy to be amongst all of you this evening. Grateful to the temple management here to have engaged me in some service while I'm here. Nice to see familiar faces. It gives some hope that devotees are still continuing in some manner. So today is a very auspicious day of Balarāma Jayanti, the appearance of Lord Balaram. Many of you, how many of you are just very new and coming for this program for the first time? Okay. So you know Balarāma is elder brother of Krishna. That much is known. In the modern time, the current times where individuality has taken excessive importance, there is too much importance to the self, not in a healthy way, not in a spiritual way of self-realization, but just the right of the self, the entitlement of the self. So in this age where the self has overtaken so many relationships, where the self has failed to harmonize with the family itself, where the self has failed to harmonize with the neighborhood, where the self has failed to harmonize with the society, where the self has failed to harmonize with the creation itself. It's very difficult. It would be then very difficult to understand many pastimes of Krishna or Balaram, or rather all the avatars, all the incarnations of God, which specifically appeared to teach us some lesson. Why? Because amongst all the avatars, all the incarnations of the Lord, the avatar of Krishna, the avatar of Balarāma, the avatar of Lord Ram, these are the only avatars where you can reciprocate and talk and discuss and participate with the Leelas in the pastimes of the Lord. It is very difficult to literally participate in the nursing pastimes, blood nursing pastimes. You can appreciate, you cannot do anything beyond that. In the Kurma pastime, when Lord appeared as a tortoise, you can just appreciate. You cannot do anything about it. You cannot participate. Like, for example, when you see these DC superhero movies, Marvel comics and something, you hear about Batman, Catwoman, Spider-Man. You cannot participate that way. So it's very interesting. These avatars of Ram, Krishna, Balaram, these are not avatars or the incarnations which have just appeared to exhibit something. They have come so that we can participate with them. And participation requires relationship. And relationship requires that the self is contained in a healthy way. Not that the self, the sense of false self grows so much that it destroys everything else beyond itself. I was just wondering, last couple of months, I have come across so many discussions amongst teenagers, many of them devotees, children, who have been discussing about this most unique question which has arisen amongst the human civilization about whether I am a man or a woman, an identity. I don't want to take that topic, and it's not a topic today. But I was wondering that there are people who are claiming that I am in this body, but I feel suffocated in this body, and therefore they choose some means to get out of the body, modify the body, or the biggest discussion is about who am I, so you identify me with these pronouns and so on. It's fine. I was just wondering, everybody is talking about wanting to be liberated from their physical state of existence. That's what it is, right? Even at the conditioned state, let's say I do not identify in a certain way. What you want to do then by re-identifying yourself to something else? You want to seek liberation on a physical level. I was wondering if such people would come across scriptures, the scriptures would give a total different identity. That no matter what you identify, you are not the body. Because even when you want to identify in a certain manner, you are still identifying in the manner of a body, right? In some form, in some species. One 12-year-old girl told me, I identify myself as a furniture. Probably you would laugh. This would be considered an offense in America. I just did not know what to talk, what to say. Even when you identify that way, you are still identifying in forms of this world. So when we talk about this very basic thing, just by the grace of Prabhupada, we have heard it so many times, you are not this body. It's a very revolutionary thing. The more you think about it and the way where civilization is going, you just get into the sense of wonder of this statement that you are an Atma, you are a spirit soul. Imagine this statement goes beyond all forms of identifications of the body, mind and intellect. Your mind and intellect can distort in so many forms. In your healthy state, in your unhealthy state, in your cynical state or in your super state, still it can keep on moving. But imagine that state where consciousness does not need to get modified at all. You are an Atma. You are a spirit soul. Till that time, this journey will always exist. Conflict within the mind, conflict within the body, conflict within intelligence. You can just keep naming, renaming, and all that's fine. Nothing of this has meaning. And at the level of spirit soul, then how do we then actually start reciprocating? Because all forms of reciprocation are taught to a specific body, right? He's your father, he's your mother, she's your mother, this person is your child, something. All the relationships or reciprocations are taught like that. Considering that human form of existence is a highly elevated form of a species which could ever exist on the planet, closest to God, and the only species which has ability to understand God, therefore Krishna and Ram specifically, Balarāma, also Ram, they appear to teach the living entity who is almost close to getting into a godly state of existence, how to make the transition. Right? People want to make transitions at physical level. So transition of consciousness. From so many 8.4 million species, you come to a human where the last part of transition remains. From human, you go to a godly state of existence. Not for a certain period of time, going to a timeless state where you never return back again to this conditioned world of existence, which creates too many confusion. Kritavan kila karmani sahara amena keshava atimartyani bhagavan guda kapata mansha. The Bhagavatam speaks that these incarnations, these avatars, Ram, and here Ram refers to Balarāma in the Bhagavatam. They appear, Krishna and Balaram, they appear on this planet as human beings, but this is a big lie because they are not human beings. They appear to be so. Like, for example, I have not seen any of the Spider-Man movies, but I have seen many years ago when the first Batman movie came. I faintly remember that there was a girl who loved Batman, but she did not know he's Batman. And I think this is the common theme in most of the superhero movies, that the lover does not actually know. Lover thinks that he or she is just an ordinary person, and right. So put it in that spirit, that you have someone who appears like you, he behaves like you, he interacts with you with all the gestures which make you feel connected to him or her. Please excuse my use of pronouns, not to offend anybody now. But God behaves in a certain manner just so that the living entity starts developing a relationship. Otherwise, your relationship with God will be very distorted. In the sense that if God takes a superposition of being God, like for example, you know that, oh, he's Batman or Superman or Spider-Man, you will never have a sense of any ownership or something. The relationship will be too formal that, oh, he's a very big person and I am insignificant. So probably in modern time, the relationship will be through the selfie. That he came to our temple, I met him on the street, I took a photograph. That's it. I don't know if any one of you have, I frequently see many celebrities in my travels, and I've seen how worthless they feel. Of course, there are so many people giving them attention, but people generally just come close to them, take a selfie, and then they are busy posting it on their own accounts. Okay, look, I met him here. And that guy is just standing, is now, okay. That's it. You feel wasted. You feel wasted being a celebrity. Because people have nothing to interact. What would you talk to a person who is already supreme in certain way than you? You will be a celebrity only when you have taken a position greater than someone. In the moment you take, the differentiation starts, the relationship snaps. At least the richness of the relationship snaps. It becomes superficial. So Krishna and Balaram, they specifically appeared to establish relationship with the living entity. Otherwise, there is no meaning. Does a human being ever compete with ants to show his power? How many of you have felt the urge to show your power to insects? None of us. Even this example appears very out of taste, illogical. Why would the Supreme Absolute Truth want to kind of even showcase himself or seek attention from the living entity? There is no reason. Not that he wants to come here as a celebrity. The only purpose for which he wants to come is only relationships. And in the modern sense of relationships, like when I read Bhagavatam about Krishna having relationship with gopis, Balaram having relation with his coward, with his friends. In today's time, it has become so difficult to tell people about this kind of relationships because they have almost zero experience of any kind of meaningful relationships in this world. This is where the current state of the world is not created by Krishna or Balaram. It is our creation here. It is our doing. It's a collective doing. Maybe not by few of us who are here, but it's an overall collective doing of human species. So how would they understand this kind of relationship? Developing relationship with God begins with developing good relationships first by the living entity with the body. Means using the body in a proper way, where the mind, intelligence and the body are harmonized. That's where you have relation with the body. Otherwise, most of the people, their mind is at a different plane, body is at different plane. Body needs to be treated in a certain way, mind is not interested. Mind and body are totally different. The first level of relationship comes developing a good relation with the body. Not the bodily concept of life, but having a healthy relation with the body. That the mind and body are in sync for a better purpose. Then you extend it next to your immediate partner with whom you live, to the next generation, to the neighbors, to the society, to the land where you belong, the land which nourishes you, which adds some value to your life. Then to the Prakriti, and then take it further forward to God. If the relationship with God could be established by ignoring all these other aspects of relationships, then probably humans would be made in a certain manner, right? Couple of days ago, I was just walking in one of the mountains in Zurich, near Zurich. So literally I was all alone by myself and I saw some kind of a beetle crossing the path. So I just halted there and I was just observing where is the beetle going. So for almost 30 minutes I kept observing. The beetle was going, eating something, then going somewhere. But all alone by itself. I was trying to see whether there are few beetles and does it have a family or something. And after some time I followed, and then the beetle saw someone like probably in the same family. They started quarreling and again they separated. I was just thinking probably there are species which are meant not to be social. Correct? If we would be designed in such a manner to be independent totally by ourselves, then we would probably have different set of pastimes which were coming in the Bhagavatam. Then we would not be hearing about Krishna and Balaram praying with their family and friends and doing certain things together and this and that. So one must understand the sense of social or togetherness which is there in the human life. First of all, it's not common in the sense that humans have a sense of togetherness which also needs a sense of purpose. Some of the species have a sense of togetherness but does not seek purpose. Human beings cannot be happy amongst themselves just because they are together. They need a purpose. So we must understand this very well. So when before Krishna appeared, our scriptures explain Balarāma appeared. And Balarāma appeared as the brother of Krishna himself. So Krishna, who is God, Balarāma is his elder brother. Our scriptures speak that essentially there is no difference between Krishna and Balarāma. They are both God. So one is a black God because Krishna's skin complexion is black, and another is a white God because Balarāma's complexion is white. Prabhupada said both of them are God, just that one has a black complexion and one has white complexion. Otherwise, both of them, there is no difference between them. So when Prabhupada was explaining this, many of his Western disciples got confused. That how is it possible that two people appear at the same time, appear differently but are the same person? And then Krishna has his own set of gopis. Gopis means girlfriends. Girlfriend not in the sense of modern sense of girlfriend. Because Krishna's relationships were beyond the bodily concept. But for convenience, let us translate the word gopis as girlfriends. And Balarāma also had another set of girlfriends. When Prabhupada was one time giving a class, the disciples were listening and they got confused. How is it possible? If they are the same person, how they are having two different sets of girlfriends? So one person at Prabhupada, you said that Krishna and Balarāma are God. Prabhupada said, yes, you're right. So one is a black God, one is a white God. Prabhupada said, yes, you're right. So another disciple said, but Prabhupada, how is it possible? Because one has different set of girlfriends and another has different set of girlfriends. Prabhupada said, yes, you are also right. So another disciple said, Prabhupada, how can both of them be right? Prabhupada said, you are also right. So multiple levels of reality and truth existing simultaneously is not conceivable by human mind. But interestingly, just last year, in the newfound mathematical and quantum research at the level of physics and maths, they have determined that a particle can exhibit multiple states simultaneously. So this brings out with a new concept which is present in our scriptures, that parallel realities, multiple realities can always exist simultaneously, which was thought to be inconceivable, but science has just acknowledged in their own physical work of atomic and subatomic particles. And interestingly, they came up with this word, that this world is unreal. They have acknowledged that only the Vedic scriptures, the Eastern philosophy of India, speaks of this concept of the world being unreal. This is a very major sense of achievement which mankind has come close to. Multiple realities existing simultaneously. So for those of you who think that this is just a philosophical concept of Ram and Krishna, Balarāma and Krishna being the same and different, is just we just have to accept it. No. Probably after a couple of decades, when science digs further, they'll be able to search the source of as consciousness as the origin of things, and then consciousness having multiple states, and that Krishna and Balarāma are the form of super consciousness. It's a language in which science operates. So Krishna and Balarāma essentially have no difference, But just for the sake of enhancing pleasure, the same Lord, he multiplies himself, takes two different forms, and each form also has a sense of individuality. That's interesting. Because difference can only happen when there is a sense of individuality. So Balram has a sense of individuality which is slightly different, where he knows very nicely that I am the same as Krishna, but he knows that my role is slightly different. Now these are inconceivable aspects, but just for the sake of relishing these pastimes, we'll hear through them. So Balram was born to Devaki, who was the Devaki and Vasudev were jailed in Mathura by Kamsa, the demon. Kamsa was told that the eighth child of Devaki will kill you. And so therefore he had jailed them. And then he decided to kill all the children. He did not wait for the eighth child to come because he was confused that what if in the scheme of calculation, what if the eighth child comes the first? Right? When you take a circle, how do you say which is where does the origin begin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It can happen. So out of the eighth child, who knows? Vishnu may play a trick and say no, the eighth child appeared first. That argument can always come out. So therefore he started killing all the babies. And it's explained that the seventh child was Balram. He appeared first. So in the 6th month of pregnancy of Devaki, Balram appeared, and then mysteriously a miscarriage happened. And simultaneously Vasudev's another wife, who is known as Rohini, who was staying in a nearby village from where they were jailed. The village was Gokul. She was staying in the house of Vasudev's friend Nand Maharaj. So scriptures explain that by the power of the mystical potencies of the Lord, Balram was transferred from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini. What here appeared as a miscarriage was nothing but the essential transfer of that soul from this womb to that womb. Now we know that today is Balarāma Jayanti and Janmashtami is on Wednesday. So essentially there is just 1 week of difference between Krishna and Balaram. But is it possible that a mother can give birth to 2 people within 2 months or few days? It's not possible, right? So this is just for your technical understanding. I'm just speaking the detail of the pastime. At 6 months, Balram was transferred to Rohini. But Balram did not appear in 3 months from Rohini. He took another 9 months, another 8 months till that time. Meanwhile, Devaki got pregnant again, and then Krishna was ready. And then both of them simultaneously appeared back to back within a gap of a few days. They appeared out of the womb. So although both were initially born appeared in the womb of Devaki, and one after 6 months, and just a couple of days later Krishna appeared. So it was the following year when till Krishna did not come, Balram did not appear. And as soon as Krishna appeared, they took. So we will probably hear that pastime during Janmashtami. So Vasudev took Krishna from the jail to Gokul, to Nanda Maharaj's house. And that time Balram was already present and he had not opened his eyes so far. As soon as he saw that Krishna has appeared, Balram opened his eyes and he looked at him. just with that concept that you want, when you are born, you want to see the auspicious things first. Use your eyes that way. At least in earlier days in the Indian Vedic culture, this idea was there that when the child is born, you show him the first auspicious things. You make him hear the most auspicious things. When the child starts eating, you first start feeding the auspicious. When the child starts speaking, let him speak the divine mantras or the name of God. When he writes, let him begin the first sense of writing through the. So that's still there in the Indian culture. It's part of the samskar or the ceremonies which must be observed when a person gets human birth. So Balram probably he did not need that knowledge, of course, because he's God. He just waited. Once Krishna comes, I will open. Otherwise, there is nothing more meaningful to see in this world. We may have our fascinations to see and appreciate the world without the Lord, but God Himself has no fascination that way. So he waited. And Garga Muni, who was the family priest, he came and he named them both simultaneously. So their naming ceremony happened simultaneously. They had their first grain eating ceremony simultaneously, and so on. So it's not that Balram was 1 year elder to Krishna. So there are some people who say Balram was born today and within 1 week Krishna cannot be born, therefore Krishna was born 1 year later. So that's not true. So when Garga Muni named the children, he said that the little one's name is Krishna and the elder one's name is Balram. He used the tense of the present tense, that his name is Krishna and his name is Balram. Not that, okay, I am naming this child as Krishna and I am naming this child as Balram. So there is usage of past tense and there is usage of present tense. In other places there is a sense of naming which happens like this, that this person has always been known as Balram. This person is known as Balram. This person was Krishna, like that. That means the naming did not happen as a superimposition of a human sense that let us name him Krishna and let us name. There was an acknowledgement by Garga Muni, who was the family priest and a mystical sage, who recognized out of astronomical calculations that whenever such astronomical position takes place and a person is born, he has to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So you can just imagine what kind of intelligent people used to be there at that time. Anybody born has to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Of course, they were waiting because rishis, out of their meditation and so much of data of cosmological levels, they had a lot of information and they were waiting that, the personality of God is soon going to appear during these times. And they had also calculated that there are extremely powerful planetary positions which are coming back to back in a few days of time. That's how he said, yes, this person is Balram and this person is Krishna. And then he gave another name to Balram called as Sankarshan. That name was given because Balaram was born to Devaki, as such, means he appeared first in the womb of Devaki. There was a miscarriage and then Rohini got pregnant mysteriously. He was born from Rohini after 14 months. So 9 months regular and add another 3-4 months. Something like that. Huh?
7. Add 7.
Yeah, okay. Something like that. With some gaps, you just add some months. So because he was born to this, he appeared here, but he came out of the womb from here. There was a natural relationship which was going to be established between these two families. Like suppose you deliver a baby, but then you give the baby for foster caring somewhere, so naturally you have a sense of relationship, right? So it said because he will bring this person will be the cause of bringing these two families very close, the family of Vasudeva and Devaki and Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda. Therefore he is also called as Sankarshan. Sankarshan means one who attracts. So Krishna was an elder brother, Balram was an elder brother to Krishna, elder in all forms of aspects. See, in the traditional writings of the Vedic literatures and even in traditional India today, the elder brother is not just a brother as such. The elder brother wields the sense of respect of being a parent and also the sense of being a guru. I don't know how it works in the other societies. So Balram, when it is said that he is elder brother, traditionally even in India today, when elder brothers have a sense that, oh, I need to protect you, I need to take care of you, there is a sense of a fatherly disposition. There is a sense of disposition that you must take guidance from me. You cannot just simply do whatever you want. Something like that. Or I am always there as your wisdom guide and wisdom part of your life. So Balram had that disposition of a guru and of a father towards Krishna. But because of their close proximity of birth, Krishna was not willing to give him that authority. So if there is a difference of 4 or 5 years, generally the younger brother may respect the elder brother, but when it's just a couple of months or days, or let's say amongst twins, it was almost like twins, right? The parent knows who is the elder brother among the twins, but they can never do that. So Krishna would always exhibit a very humanly disposition to find a sense of discomfort in agreeing whatever Balram said. Balram would out of the way try to go to protect his younger brother, and Krishna just wanted to always say, I know how to protect myself. Which is today, everyone says that. At any level. So leave me alone. I have my own sense of authority. I have my own sense of things. And Balram would probably use, many times he would use that kind of an artificial or a leela for just for the sake of pastime. This psychology of Krishna, of trying to, or of exhibiting a sense of an inferiority complex to just enhance the pastime. So sometimes when they would go out to play, when they were amongst the friends, Balram would then take Krishna seriously. And Krishna said, I know I can take care of myself. Okay, you can take care of yourself. Is it? Really? That's how you would tease him. You would find reasons to tease him always when the friends were there together. So one time Balram decided that Krishna is doing a lot of mischief, and all the time in private quarters he tries to say that he's equal to me. Now let me try to bring him to his position. So they are amongst friends. And then Balram calls all the friends of his and Krishna's, everybody there in the forest, grazing the calves. And Balram says, I have recently encountered a very great revelation, and I want you all to think about it. So all the boys gather, oh, is it? What is that? What is that? What is that? So Balram says, I have found out generally that all of us share a complexion which belongs to our parents. But there is Krishna, whose both parents are white in complexion, but he is black. This is a very mysterious phenomenon. So till that time, Krishna is also seeing that there is something which Balram is presenting. Then when everybody starts looking at Krishna, he realizes that, oh my God, this is just a kind of a prank. This guy has now decided to embarrass me. Now that was an argument which Krishna could not defeat. And all the coward boys, till that time they were innocently playing all this, but Balram put the doubt. This problem. Is Krishna really the son of Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj? And Krishna said, I am the son of Nanda and Yashoda. Probably you all are not. Now everybody did not have to argue there because they got convinced by this argument. And when you actually know that there is something wrong in you, you are too loud about it and you artificially want to prove it by your so many things. But when you are convinced about something, you look at the other person, the looks are as if, are you so dumb? Can you not see what I am? That's the kind of looks you give. You give assertive look when you are actually confident and true to your existence. When you are not true to your existence, you have to be excessively loud to force, like the current identity crisis. They have to be too loud because they are not true to themselves. What I was speaking in the beginning. So then Krishna is bewildered. He's arguing there very loud. When they come back, he has this major question to Yashoda. Now he's thinking, how should I even put this question to my mother? It's a very difficult question to ask. Can you imagine the child has a doubt in the mind that whether this is my mother or not? It's as if the whole world is going to collapse. Who do you call, whom do you now refer as your primary relationships? So Krishna is a bit disturbed. And then Krishna tells Yashoda, I want to know something truly from you. She said, yes, my dear child, what is there? What is disturbing you? Tell me, has somebody offended you? Has somebody misbehaved with you? Have you got hurt somewhere and so on? He says, no, but you have to be true to me. Tell me really. So Yashoda gets very emotional. She says, yes, I will be real to you. Tell me. What is that? My life is for you. And then Krishna asks this question. Am I your son? This question is so disturbing to Yashoda. She says, what kind of question is this? For a mother to answer this to the child is an insulting thing in a way. There's such an embarrassing question even to give an affirmative reply. Yes, I am your mother. What do you tell to the world? Today, if few ladies come and meet each other and they say, oh, what did your son? Oh, today my son had a doubt whether I am his mother. You don't have any, this is such an embarrassing discussion to take place. So she's shattered by this question. And she says, yes, I am your mother. So Krishna again asks her, are you sure about it? So then Yashoda says, just tell me what is the reason. Why are you asking this question after so many years? And then Krishna gives the reason. Today when we went to play, Balarāma put this very fundamental question that everyone has a skin complexion which either is the combination or either coming from the mother or father. And I see in the entire Vrindavan, all our relationships, everywhere I see, even the cows and the calves, all the species, I am the only one who is so unique. So I really have a doubt, who are my parents? The moment Yashoda sees this, she's quite bewildered. She says, who told this? Balarāma? So immediately Yashoda assures Krishna. She says, you know what, your attitude has always been right. Don't listen to your brother. He always creates confusion. You know how he is. Why are you taking his word seriously? Krishna is still not convinced. Yashoda convinces him arguments after arguments and so on. And then Krishna is convinced. So Balarāma had this nature, although he was overprotective about his younger brother, but at times he would make him nervous. So those were the kind of relationships they enjoyed doing so. As they grew up, in this particular avatar of Krishna and Balarāma, although he was an elder brother, he could never surpass his younger brother in any form of arguments as they grew in life. In younger age, there were instances where Balarāma would make Krishna nervous. But as they grew, it never happened. Krishna grew to be a very, very intelligent, super manipulative god. Balarāma was trying to follow the protocols nicely, and Krishna was the one who would manipulate at places. Ever since he was 8 years of age, Krishna would start, whenever the issue was about society, about certain traditions to be followed, certain major issues to be tackled, Krishna would successfully neutralize Balram's presence. But as soon as he would find that my arguments have disappointed Balram, then he would privately go to Balram and then Balram would chastise him a bit. But Balram never transgressed Krishna's logic anywhere, including one of the very famous how Krishna and Balram throughout their lives. I'm just trying to highlight the nature of a relationship. In childhood, they would create these confusions. Even later, these kind of things happened. They had a sister called Subhadra. Balram wanted to marry Subhadra to an evil king named Duryodhan, prince basically. And Duryodhan was not a good fellow, but he was a good disciple. And he was a disciple of Balram. So Balram was very attached to his disciple, very studious, very disciplined, of a great character, great strength that way. But he was just not morally aligned. When Krishna came to know that my sister Subhadra is going to be married to Duryodhan, I will never be able to convince Balram to not do so. So Krishna told Arjun that you go and kidnap Subhadra and get married to her. So you see how Krishna would sometimes think that okay, this is not the right time to argue with him. Just supersede him in some other way, then I will tackle him separately. So when Balram came to know that Krishna got Subhadra married to Arjun, he was very offended. He came to Krishna. So Krishna calmly said, "My dear brother, don't you know what the Kauravas, Duryodhana, and what they have done to the Pandavas throughout their life? How could you even choose this person? Just because he is good to you?" Balram was not convinced with the argument. Krishna only gave one argument. Anyways, now she is married. Balram left. Balram was never in the favor of this whole battlefield of Kurukshetra to take place. It was Krishna's master plan to make the battle happen and wipe out the world of the evil people at that time. So Balram got so upset. Balram was explaining so many things, just like Arjun explained to Krishna why he should not fight in the battlefield. For those of you who have some idea of Gita, Arjun did not want to fight because there will be a social chaos. So Balram was presenting the same arguments. Krishna would not listen. And Krishna told to Balram, now whatever has had to, again he said the same thing. Okay, even if you're right, now the decision has been taken, the war has to take place now. There's nothing I can do about it. So you better take the sides. Balram thought that how can I be on the side of Pandavas? That would mean that I am against so many other seniors of the family. So he said, okay, then go on that side and be on the side of Adharma. So Krishna would say like that. Okay, go on the other side and then put a moral doubt. So you favor the wrong people. Go. That's how Balram decided that I cannot take part in the battlefield. And he did not participate in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. He went to the Himalayas. So there were only two people who did not participate, who were supposed to participate, like of the kind of warrior class and military kind of intelligence and so on. So one was Vidur and one was Balram. Both of them, they left to the Himalayas. And they came back only after the dust of the war settled. So you see that although Balram is God, here he plays the role of assisting Krishna in the manner of kind of creating a tension. You know, for any story to take place, there must be tension elements. Otherwise, there is no story. Otherwise, this avatar will become like avatar of Kurma avatar or Matsya avatar, where there is nothing. It's like, even in the case of Hiranyakashipu and Narsimhadev, there is no tension as such. It's already, one person is already appearing as a super powerful person. But here, you know, Krishna is trying to do something and then there is an alternate God who is trying to pull the strings and then these things are happening. So these were done for just to enhance the pastime. Same relationship between Krishna and Balram in the earlier avatar was in the form of Ram and Lakshman. Same Lakshman appeared as the younger brother who always had to listen to the elder brother because the brother was elder brother. But then when they appeared as Krishna and Balaram, he had to listen to the younger brother because he was the younger brother. I remember when we were young, sometimes many times we had the elder person in the family always had to make some concessions for the younger one if the younger guy got stubborn. I want this. So the parents would say, he's your younger brother, she's your younger sister. Allow. And then you hate to be elder. So Krishna would smartly behave in such a way that Balaram always complained. This is your problem always, that you have a way of convincing everyone around you. And Balaram once told, even in my earlier incarnation, I had to just follow you because you are elder, and therefore I had decided that next life I don't want to listen to your tantrums, I will be your elder brother, but now you are taking undue advantage of your younger position. Why cannot you be the younger brother which I was in your earlier avatar? Because as Ram and Lakshman would never argue with Ram. He was always obedient. So Krishna said, I never told you to change your position of being younger or elder. The problem is yours. So that was the kind of relationship. So our acharyas, the teachers, they always tell us that Balaram represents the aspect of a guru who is always there to guide in a passive manner, or rather the guidance is active, but in our journey of spiritual life, our journey is our journey, it is not our guru's journey. The guru's role is going to be passive in our journey of life, in the sense that the guru gives sense of guidance. He is a catalyst for you to perform certain activities. Guru does not play your roles. For that matter, Krishna was the guru of Arjun, but he did not fight any battle for Arjun for that matter. He guided him, he did all the necessary things, but he did not do that. So Balaram's role is defined like that, like an Adi Guru, the original Guru who guides, who is always present in our lives as a guiding principle and the strength of morality. So in our lives as practitioners in spirituality, whenever we feel weak about something, we know what is right, but we cannot hold on to it, we cannot do it. That means we lack internal strength. Pray to Balaram, whose name signifies one who is having excessive energy, Bala. And he's a guru. So guru gives that power through his prayers, he inspires, he motivates, and so on. So that's how our acharyas have taught to see Balaram. And on Balarāma Purnima today, Balarāma Jayanti, to pray to Lord Balaram to give us that inner strength which is required to lift the sword of knowledge. There is too much information available in scripture, but we barely can lift one or two shlokas or verses to make it our own. So that strength can be imparted by Lord Balaram. So we pray on this day, all of us should pray that please give me the required strength necessary so that I can also participate in the pastimes of Krishna, to serve Krishna in a certain way. Thank you all very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Super wonderful lecture. Ki jai. Dr. Darcy, was it you?
Any questions or comments? We'll take.
You can take 5 minutes.
Okay. Yes.
Thanks for the. I can speak. So thanks for the wonderful way of putting the pastime. It's a bit different. I have never heard this way. One of the question I have about Balram is his name is Balram. So Ram, I think, is like peaceful. So why he is exhibiting anger throughout his pastimes in both the incarnations?
Ram is not peaceful. Ram means one who gives joy.
Joy.
So you can get joy through anger also, right? How many of you always only get joy through peace? For example, somebody does some kind of injustice to you, and then some neutral party says, just be peaceful. You don't feel happy. Sometimes for joy you need revenge, right? No, I want justice, and for justice to be delivered, some kind of conflict, some punishment must have been delivered. So Rama refers to being joyful, and joy is expressed. See, it's not about anger. Anger, when it is used meaningfully, it will give joy. So, not to see in the form of anger, just the anger point. Rama does not refer to anger, but let's say if you say the quality of anger also. Anger has some anger. Anger is a tool. It's an emotion. So every emotion enhances something, right? When you have some sense of love for someone, you'll probably give flower or cook something or speak some nice words. So you use the emotions to further enhance that emotion. Let's say I love you. I am fascinated by your personality in some way. So I will do something so that that love itself gets nourished. Correct? So every emotion is used ultimately for some purpose to enhance my own stability of emotions or pleasure of emotions. So let's say even if we exhibit anger for a certain reason, the purpose of that is so that I become more peaceful after that or more happier. I'm happy that justice was delivered or whatever. So in that way, it's not that anger should not be seen just negatively. As Balram, he was less angry. As Lakshman, he was super angry. He was dangerously angry. Balram, many times, some of the acharyas also say that Balram was not even. He was very passive basically, even in his anger. Like he just said, I don't want to fight in the battle. He would, wherever there were conflicting situations, Balram excused himself. And as Lakshman, he does not do that. Ram would excuse himself many times, but as Lakshman, he was insisting, Ram, fight, kill. In fact, Lakshman told Ram that kill our own father. Done, he's enough being the king. He's listening, he's got infected with lust and he does not know how to rule, kill him. Now this is unheard by any avatar or any. In Islamic traditions, you do hear kings, sons doing that to the fathers, but you never hear. But as Balram, he was not like that. Balram plays the role of a safety net. You know, in a circus, there is a safety net. Trapeze artists can jump, whatever. So you never value the safety net. How many of you think that, oh, safety net was playing a very big role? We don't think so. The tickets don't sell because of the safety net. It sells only on those artist skills. But the artist knows that because there is a safety net, that's why I'm performing. So from the artist point of view, it becomes a very big thing. So Balram is something like that. He's a safety net. When some things would go really wrong, Krishna would suddenly go, Balram, there is a very difficult discussion which has come out. I don't know what to do. You please help. And then Balram would know that basically he's telling me, he's coming to me so that I justify his arguments. Just give him protection for that. And he would do that many times. So anger is not as such a problem. Yes, Prabhu.
Was this also the story on Balarāma killing? Maybe you can talk about the Rama. I mean, he was showing some anger there and very exemplary.
Unusual.
And usually also showing, giving an example for us.
So at that stage, like he also killed Pralambasur and he killed many demons. But those angers were like they were towards different animals and demons and all those kind of. If Balram's anger is less exhibited in the social aspects of life amongst relationships and all. Like Krishna exhibited his anger towards the whole Kauravas. Balram does not do that with any family. But this one pastime does come about Roma Harshana Suta. So meanwhile, at that time, once the whole idea of the war was to set a world order in place, a dharmic world order in place. And when that was set, at that time there was this person, Roma Harshana, who was speaking about the Leelas, the pastimes of the Lord. And when Balram came, he failed to give respect to Balram. So it is explained that Balram got offended and he plucked a piece of a blade of grass and just hit it at Roma Harshana Suta and he took his life. So this appears that Balram was very angry, but more than anger, it was about setting a principle in place. It's like, for example, let's say we all are talking about, let's say I am speaking about Krishna and Balram, and let's say Balram would appear here. So all of you are giving some attention to me and you have given this seat to me just because I am glorifying Balram. But if Balram would come, the whole attention should be going to Balram, right? When you are speaking of God and let's say God comes, the whole attention should be going to God. But Roma Harshan Suta, he failed to give the deserved attention there. That simply recognizes I want to do business of God, but I am not exactly aligned to God. I hope you're getting the point. That I want you to respect me and love me and honor me, that oh, I know so many stories or I'm talking with God, but God came and I'm not like acknowledging, you got to go out of the scene. It's my audience. Something like that. It's that phenomena. And therefore Balram got offended that when you are respected as a sage, the sage is supposed to speak the truth and align to these values. Now, if you are going to ignore me and you are discussing my pastimes, how are you going to establish an order in place? So, those days, these kind of, I think even ancient European histories also, if somebody would do something wrong, people were killed for very small reasons. These days, of course, that's not a small reason that way from point of view of Balram, because that says that the speaker will be more important than the truth. That's the whole principle. Balram is the supreme truth coming and the speaker is more important than the truth. How do you serve? Balram came. By the way, he brought him back to life. Okay. So he was corrected, he took his life, but then brought him back to life. And Roma Harshana Suta is Suta Goswami himself, because of whom we have the Srimad Bhagavatam. So it was just a correction which had taken place. So it's not like anger which is coming out of personal frustration, something like that. So his anger is a very different anger. There. Kind of a compassion. Yes, someone else also had a question or a comment?
Is there time? Is there time, Nilama?
Mr. Saki,
Finish.
Mataji, are you ready for the Arati? You have some time?
Oh, finish.
Okay.
Done?
I need to get something from the kitchen.
Okay, we have 1 minute until.
No, 1 minute. What? Oh.
1 or 2 minutes is fine.
Oh, okay.
I will negotiate another minute.
Yes.
Very small. Okay, thank you for your class. So you said there is no difference between God, Balarāma and Krishna. Same. Okay, get that one. I don't know if you can call it difference. You mentioned it. I don't know if you can call it difference. I thought there might be a difference in terms of that Balarāma's role was to be a servant, to become a servant, to assist Krishna in Krishna's pastime. So in terms of their roles, he was served. Just like Nityananda, at the same, he was serving Mahaprabhu in his mission to spread Krishna consciousness of the world. I don't know if you can call the difference, but this part is like, indeed, they are the same, but at the same time, he knew his position as I'm assisting here, I'm serving, and nothing else than that, isn't it? And
Yes, Prabhupada would say he's the master god and he's the servant god, but both are god.
Both are God. That's
So from a living entity's
Yeah.
perspective,
Yes.
what we need is shelter.
Mhm.
So from that point, he's God. They can provide all shelter, all care and everything. From the point of view of rasa or the mellow, there can be difference. Like for example, from a child's point, the father and mother are the same because they are parents,
Yes.
and both of them will provide care and support. But as far as reciprocation is concerned, he will enjoy a different relationship through the mother, different relationship
Yeah.
through father.
I understand.
So only in the point of rasa there is a difference.
Okay. Thank you.
Otherwise,
They
it's
both know
essentially the
this is
same.
the rasa differs. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
right.
you.
And Radha is the female god.
Yes.
So, but rasa is different. Right?
Yes.
That's why I just say that simultaneous states of existence existing. It's not just in God, it's also now discovered that matter can have such properties. Why? Because essentially everything is spiritual. Prabhupada says, right?
Mhm.
Whatever there we see is spiritual. So simultaneous states can exist. So someday some research will develop where we will appreciate this more from a intellectual perspective than simply a faith perspective. Right.
Thank you.
Shri Balarāma Bhagwan ki
Wonderful lectures ki jai.
Janatya Prabhu ki jai. We'll have Gaur Arati now. Now we'll stand up and please collect your cushions and arrange them in the corner.
Put them on Janaki.
Rati Bajari Mataji, would you like to sing Gaur Arati?
No, please sing.
Shri Karunanitai Gaurachandra ki. Shri Krishna Balarāma ki. Going to the lyrics. Hare Krishna, I am Vishnu Paramahamsa Sri Bhagavatarya's daughter Sati Sri Srimad Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON BBT Founder Charya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Stotar Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Loving Grace Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Stotar Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Gaur Kishore Das Bhavati Maharaj ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Astatar Sata Sri Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai Nitya Pravishta Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Astatar Sata Sri Srimad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Bhavati Maharaj ki Adhanti Koti Vaishnava Vrind ki Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Sri Rupa Sri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Chijiva Gopala Bhatta Das Raghunath Satya Swami Prabhu ki Prem Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Hari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki Rajabhumi Shri Vrindavan Dham ki Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham ki Gangamayi Muna Devi ki Tulsi Devi Bhakti Devi ki Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Shri Balarāma Purni Mahamahotsava ki Balarāma Jayanti ki Shri Krishna Balarāma ki Shri Karuna Nitai Gaur Chandra ki Gaur Premanande All glories to the assembled All glories to the assembled All glories to the assembled All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga
Satakshi.
बोलो श्री सर्वविनाशन नरसिंह भगवान की भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की श्रील प्रभुपाद की बोलो श्री बलराम पूर्णिमा की
Go Premanande! Oh my God. Good, very good.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you so much for your wonderful participation. Can you sit down, please? Shri, just close the door. Hare Krishna, what's your name? What's his name? What is his name? No, you can be here, it's okay, no problem. What's your name?
Narayan.
Oh, Narayan. Wow. Hare Krishna. Thank you again for coming and participating in our Balarāma Jayanti. Also, Narayan Jayanti. Yeah, almost. So, let's start by thanking our guest of honor today. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for coming and speaking so eloquently on Balarāma pastimes. I'm looking forward to hear from you again on Sunday and on Janmashtami. Thank you very much. Today's prasadam was cooked by Bhoga was cooked by Ananta Gauranga Prabhu and a team of devotees. I know that you've all participated. Nobody knows here. Ashtasaki Mataji also? Okay. And yeah, Pramila also, she was there in the kitchen. And Suraj. Deity worship was done by Ashtasaki Mataji, and of course, it's a team of devotees always to take care of the deities. Wonderful decoration today. So let's thank all these devotees. And Sophia did the decorations perhaps? Yes, Sophia.
Hey, Sophia.
Who did? Somebody did. Usually Sophia does.
Yeah, she's
Team of
almost
Sophia.
humble.
So let's thank all these devotees by loudly chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Very loud.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
See a few devotees who come for the first time to ISKCON Amsterdam. Can you please raise your hands? Those for the first time. Hare Krishna. Okay. You want to put this? You can go and give them books. Anybody Dutch? Dutch? English is fine. Okay. Is this all Dutch? Yeah, you can take one. I think there's some more. Hare Krishna. Aditi, right? Yes. And Sahil, yes. Hare Krishna. This is Vishal Prabhu, and this is not the first time for you for sure. Vishal Prabhu has a small anecdote to share. When what's your name? Tanisha. When Tanisha was born, Mukhyatri Mataji. When Tanisha was born, when she was a baby, they came here to the temple straight from the hospital, and you blessed the baby. So long ago.
Almost 15.
15 years ago, the first trip out of the hospital was to the temple. So he was telling me last time that you had met them. Thank you, Prabhu, for coming and participating again. Hare Krishna. We hope that you continue to come. Mataji is there. Rupam, you are not in Rupam. First time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You didn't raise a hand. That's Rupam's mother.
They could not raise the hand.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming, Mataji. Adu, you're not first time. Okay, somebody can tell Vivek to put the slide on the screen, please. Vivek Prabhu. Hare Krishna. So, as usual, at the end of our announcements, we do a small Vrindavan meditation. This everybody knows, I guess. Who doesn't know? You can please raise your hand. So this is Krishna and Balaram temple in Vrindavan. There is Krishna and Balaram in the center, Radha and Shamsundar, and Nitai Gauranga. This place is called as Raman Reti, where Krishna and Balaram used to play And this place, Prabhupada established a temple right in the place where Krishna and Balarāma used to play together. That's the place where in Vrindavan we have our temple. So let's meditate for a few minutes that we are sitting in Krishna Balarāma temple, and let's offer our heartfelt gratitude towards Balarāma and Krishna by singing very slowly. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Jaya Shri Vrindavana Dham.
Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham.
Jaya Jaya Shyam,
Jaya Shri
Vrindavana Dham.
Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Radhe, Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham.
One more time.
Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan.
One more time.
Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Dham. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Jaya Jaya Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jaya Shri Vrindavan
Hare Krishna. For all of us, perhaps been practicing Bhakti Yoga for quite some time, it seems perhaps just too mild and just too simple that we all sing and dance and somehow derive some pleasure. And to understand it's all coming from Balarāma, again, through the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, who gave us beautiful centers in Vrindavan and also in Amsterdam. Vrindavan Dham, Amsterdam. So we have our little Vrindavan here. Let's all please come together, build this Vrindavan mood. We all are lovingly, cooperatively serving Shri Kavantai Gaurachandra. I hope to see you on Sunday and coming also next Saturday. Next sorry. If you are interested to donate for the festival, we are a little bit short, almost covered, but still a bit short. If you're inspired to give and contribute, be a part of Krishna's birthday, please approach me or Toshan or Vijay outside. Otherwise, thank you all very much. Prasadam is to go today, so you can collect your prasadam. Those who have not offered flowers, you are still welcome to come and offer your hearts and love towards Krishna Balarāma Jayanti Gaurachandra. Archie will be singing bhajan sankirtan. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jayanti Gaurachandra Bhagwan ki jai.
Berto, can you put it back? It fell.